What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to give you guys bold predictions for the NBA 2021-22 season. Let's get into it.
You know what? I'm coming in real bold to start this out. The Cleveland Cavaliers will be the top seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets, they are going to be asking themselves what happened and where did this team come from? Three traditional bigs on the Cavs. I'm telling you, they're going to be the number one seed in the East.
Small ball, what?
Right. Yeah.
You know what? And even though they have the next man up mentality, if you think about it, sometimes Evan Mobley hasn't played because they are so heavily stacked with big men. It just they're able to just move forward, right? Colin Sexton's going to be out for the remaining of the season due to his knee injury. So with next man up, here come Garland. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Nobody was expecting it. I wasn't expecting the Cleveland Cavaliers to even remotely be good, but they are outstanding. And they are, I think they're a sleeper team. I agree with you on that one. I wouldn't even be surprised if that bold prediction comes true.
We're not even considering Ricky Rubio and what Kevin Love is doing off the bench.
Yeah, they're playing some good basketball. Yeah. Okay, so here's one of mine. The Minnesota Timberwolves will be in the playoffs this season.
Will be
in the playoffs. Now, how they get there, whether they do secure a top 6 seed or they get to the playoffs by way of the play-in tournament, we will see the Minnesota Timberwolves in the postseason, and it's just going to be what happened, right? I'm telling you right now, and it's going to be off the strength of this new cat. I'm so glad. Karl Anthony Towns.
Hello.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell and Patrick Beverley in the mix. Now, I am, I was okay with Patrick Beverley leaving the Clippers. It was okay for me. I think he has found his new home, and I think that grit and grind that Patrick Beverley brings, and he has some nice skills. He comes in when you need him to, has really helped shape and continue to build on the energy that the Timberwolves have actually displayed in the last few games that they've played. And I think the fact they were able to, they whooped the Lakers twice. Like, what? Young legs, grimy and ready, right? I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait. So what I'm saying is that somebody who thought they was going to be in the playoffs, our top teams, they're not going to make it because the Timberwolves going to be right in that spot. Watch.
Yes, I can definitely buy into that bold prediction. I'm telling you, they are playing with increased energy and effort. And shout out to Coach Finch. Like, where did he come from? Happy to see him on the sidelines, motivating these young guys. It is exciting to see. They haven't been this good since Kevin Garnett was with the Timberwolves.
And that was ages ago. Ages. So, yeah, Minnesota Timberwolves, we'll see you in the postseason.
All right, here's my second bold prediction. Coach Ime Udoka will be fired mid-season for the Boston Celtics.
Mid-season?
Mid-season. No. It's coming up. Have him pack his bags right now. There's so much turmoil. And just imagine, we don't even know half of it. We don't even know a quarter of it. I think Coach Udoka will be packing his bags, and Coach Brad Stevens will be coming down from the front office to coach the Boston Celtics.
No, let me tell you what the cold piece is going to be. Terry Stotts.
Terry Stotts. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
No, I can't get on board with that one. I think the Boston Celtics maybe figuring it out. They've been playing great basketball the past few games. So mid-season? I mean, I may be able to get on board if you said at the end of the season, but mid-season?
Wow. Yeah. Probably another 10 to 12 games. We're going to be like, okay, all right, we've had enough. We've seen enough. I mean, yeah, they're going to play well because they have talented players, but I don't know that it's a direct reflection of Coach Udoka is what I'm saying.
Got it. In the same vein that you mentioned the Boston Celtics, I'm going to give another bold prediction. I believe the Boston Celtics will trade mid-season either Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. They're going to switch up the roster. For some reason, I feel it's coming, and I believe that may actually save Coach Udoka. for another season, but something's going to change on their roster. I feel it. Yeah. I don't
Ooh.
believe that we'll see either Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart on that roster by the end of the season.
Well, I definitely wouldn't sacrifice Jaylen Brown, but I would sacrifice Marcus Smart for sure.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's my next bold prediction. Ben Simmons will return to the Philadelphia 76ers by All-Star break. Yep. It's a shame. He is getting fined daily. The Philadelphia 76ers clearly need him. And with all that we're seeing happening in the NBA, I think Ben Simmons will make a reappearance. I do believe it.
And I disagree. My bold prediction is that I don't think he's going to show up at all this season on any team. Not the Sixers, nowhere else. He will still be on the Sixers roster, but I don't believe he will suit up at all this year.
Okay. I mean, this is an unprecedented year.
It is. And you know what though? Part of me is like the Sixers, they're bold. No, you're not going. No, you're going to be right here. What you thought? Ben Simmons, you thought you was going to stronghold us? You thought you was going to harden us. Oh, got it. No, you're going to be right here. Matter of fact, because whatever these other teams are offering, and what's really sad about it for Ben Simmons' sake is that they'll acquire Ben Simmons, but the Sixers going to get pennies in return. So what is that saying about him? Like, that's what I don't understand. What does that look like for the stock of Ben Simmons if these teams are not willing to sacrifice top tier players to trade with him?
And that's why he needs to play. You know, I don't know. Welcome back, Ben. Get ready. They need him.
Continue to condition, Ben. We'll see you next season.
Okay. All right. Now this next one, call it what you want, but I think the NBA will switch back to the Spaulding basketball. We have been seeing so many air balls and bad misses, and it's all because of that slippery Wilson ball. We need to go back to Spaulding.
What in the world? Why they no? And let me tell you, the air balls, it's almost like, are they being funny?
Yeah.
My first thought is, does that person need glasses or some contacts? The air balls are just outrageous. It's not even like, and it's happening to almost all the players. Yeah, that Russell one when he did when he was standing at the free throw line.
Oh my God, it surprised him.
That ball hit the bottom of the net. I said, did it even bank the rim?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing threes go over. Like, what?
It's the ball. I'm telling you, the NBA has been playing with the Spaulding ball for the last 37 years. Started out their league with the Wilson ball. There had to be a reason why they switched from Wilson to Spaulding. They need to go back to Spaulding because some of the snipers, Duncan Robinson, Damian Lillard started out rough.
Blame it on the ball. Blame it on the ball.
Blame it on the ball. Yeah. It's the ball. It is not the player. I don't care what CJ McCollum says.
You think maybe the ball also has something to do with all these turnovers? I promise you, they are slipping out of these players' hands. The ball is slipping out of the players' hands left and right. They turn over the ball like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's all part of it. It's all, I'll blame it on the ball. Hey, and that's my bold prediction.
Hashtag blame it on the ball.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, here's one. Despite their great start to the 2022 season, the Washington Wizards will be on the outside looking in by the end of the season.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It ain't happening unless Thomas Bryant and Rui come back and play. They need something else. And as much as I've been on board with them, I was super excited about the Washington Wizards. I mean, they were like doing a phenomenal at the beginning of the season. What are we looking at now? What are we looking at now? They have lost the last 7 of the 10 games they played. What are you doing? No, so yeah, Washington Wizards, you know what? We'll see you next season. Unless something changes, unless they make some mid-season roster change, whatever they doing, that ain't it.
I can't get on board. I can't get on board with that.
You have Kyle Kuzma doing donuts, 4 points, donuts. Spencer Dinwiddie goes on play over 20 minutes and don't have a point. I can't get with that. That ain't it. That's not going to sustain a playoff contending team. No, no, they're going to find themselves looking in. 1, 2, 3, Cancun
Oh
before
no.
the before the postseason.
I just can't. I just don't believe it. I think every team goes through, a season where they start losing a couple of games, but then they get it back together. And I think we'll see that with the Wizards.
Okay.
At least that's what I'm hoping for. You know how excited we are about the Christmas Day games. Super excited. The NBA put a lot of money into marketing. But I'm here to tell you, here is my bold prediction. All the games will be canceled. The games will be canceled if I'm telling you, if Steph Curry or anybody from the Phoenix Suns that play a prominent role, because that is the marquee matchup everybody wants to see.
Absolutely.
If they are in protocols, the NBA is going to say, you know what? Yeah, maybe we need to postpone these games. And it is going to be monumental. The games will be canceled on Christmas Day.
I can get on board with that because let's just face it. The only game that we're most excited about is a Warriors and Suns matchup. I agree. I agree. Yes, absolutely. Now, will I watch the other games? Yes, I'm gonna watch them because I like basketball. But the game that I'm most excited about is that one. So yeah, I agree. Wouldn't that be something?
It'd be terrible.
They're probably saying, please don't go anywhere. Can you just quarantine for the next week? No, I know they are. They got to be. They don't want to be in protocols. It is disrupting. Or if they do come back with a negative test, it's going to be the Bron effect, and they're going to be able to play again. Oh yeah,
play again in 48 hours, like
it's
LeBron.
Going to be a false positive. The Bron effect. Oh yeah. Okay, here's one. The Chicago Bulls will make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, that's bold.
In spite of their postponement, because right now they're about two games behind, and also considering that they will have to play their way back into, the mode of basketball. I still think they'll go ahead and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow.
Chicago Bulls, watch. Yeah.
Ooh, that's super bold. Now they're playing great. But
and I understand the setback, and I know that they may come back and lose a few games or whatever, but they'll eventually get their momentum. I mean, they had 10 players on protocol. Like they had to just postpone their whole week pretty much. So if you think about it, and if any of them really had the symptoms, they're coming back. What I'm hearing some of the players that they come back and they have a shortness of breath when they're trying to play. Even through all of that, I still believe that the Chicago Bulls will overcome this hurdle that they're going through right now, still continue to be top 6 seed, and they will make it to the postseason and be eventually in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow. Okay, go one further. Who are they going to play in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah. Probably the Nets. I can see the Nets. I can still see the Nets. I can still see the Nets on the back of KD. And if Harden and if they can, Kyrie decides to come, we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, I can see the Nets. I can still see the Nets.
Okay, cool. All right. So in the same breath as the Brooklyn Nets, Kemba Walker is now going to play a prominent role with the New York Knicks. I mean, hey, after sitting out all those games, Tom Thibodeau had to go back on his word and put Kemba Walker back in the lineup. And what happened? He dropped almost 30 points in that game. Play Kemba Walker.
You know what, though? This is what happens when you bring somebody into your roster, Kemba Walker, for this discussion, and you want him to do something that he's not capable of doing. Kemba Walker is not a defensive player. When has he been a defensive player? When? Have y'all seen it? Because he's horrible. He's marginal on defense. I'm not gonna say horrible. He's marginal on defense. He's never been a defensive player. You brought him in for offense. Then you're gonna penalize him when he doesn't play defense like you want him to play. Well, no, that's why you bring other players that are defensive minded, right? So now you have to Thibodeau had to tuck his tail and say, well, you know what? We kind of need you now, and so hey, and he had to show up. Kemba Walker, he can give you, if you allow him to be who he's supposed to be, and if he's not injured and he puts all his effort in, because I'm quite sure that game was I told you. That was a I told you so game.
Oh, definitely.
That was an I told you so game. Yeah. Now, what I need for him to do, though, is then follow that up with another I told you so, and another I told you so, and another I told you so, because the moment he doesn't do that, he's going to be back on the bench. I mean, he set out 10 games.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, and Kemba's been professional throughout this whole point. He didn't pout.
Man,
He made it
man.
clear that he wanted to play, and he showed it. Once he got an opportunity to get back on the court, he lit him up. Now, the Knicks lost that game, but still, the effort and energy and focus that he was able to interject into that game after sitting out, getting stale, getting cold, losing confidence probably, and so I'm happy to see that. And I
Yeah.
think Kemba Walker will be part of the New York Knicks' resurgence back
Um,
into playoff contention, because right now they are dipping, and maybe they'll make the play-in tournament now.
yee. I don't know because I think they're number 12 in the standings right now. They
Yeah.
look really, really bad, and Julius Randle's not going to be the one to do it, unfortunately.
Not
Nah, nah.
Julius.
You know what? And then too, Kimber Walker fouled out. Like so, get that man his props. He did that. That was his "I told you so" game. I'm telling you, he
Mhm.
did that. He did that. Now keep doing it.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up this video on our bold predictions. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know some of your bold predictions, as we are, 30% into the NBA season. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
Peace.